Hello, everybody. Alan, can you hear me? All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Abe Bonowitz, Death Penalty Action. I'm coming to you from somewhere in North Carolina with the Wild Goose Festival, a festival of progressive evangelical Christians who are here on all manner of issues. We're hosted in the whistleblower tent by our friend Joe, along with both Common Good. And I'm here in North Carolina, and joining us from, we're talking about the executions coming up next.
It looks like we just lost Abe, so give us a minute to get reconnected with him, and we'll be hearing from Reverend Dr. Jeff Hood here in just a couple minutes.
And eat everything. Oh.
So then your mission
Oh boy.
should you choose to accept it as help, persuade, grassroots, and life to put these questions to Kathy Harris.
You'll be able to grab them out in the hallway. Jackie Garrett did last year. She grabbed them right out in the hallway.
Yeah.
I was like, that was okay. It worked. So you'll have your, especially if you're sitting up front, watch him walk out the door, you can be right behind him. And Wyden, I'm very excited about it. I'm hoping he'll step in for Grassler. Grassler's not.
I know how to find out who they are.
All righty, how's that?
President we said whistle the members.
Can you hear me now?
Senate Whistleblower Caucus, right?
Like my Senate, one of my
Looks like
senators on it, Washington.
Mic check.
We can hear you.
Oh, yes, okay. So, sounds like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties as we figure this out. But so here, and Jeff Hood is in the canister, where he just visited Emmanuel Littlejohn. And let's hear from Jeff about what's happening with Emmanuel.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's hot. It's tiring, but the road to abolition winds on. Today, I got a wonderful opportunity to spend 4 hours with Emmanuel Littlejohn. We talked about his case. We talked about his lawyers. We talked about what he wants to accomplish in the next couple of weeks. We talked about the clemency hearing, and we also talked about September 26th, his execution date. And, he was so excited to learn that, all the work that folks associated with death penalty action, all the work that we've been doing, the emails, the raising funds, the trying to build a bigger coalition, the petitions, and just all of the things that goes into a clemency campaign. He was very aware of all of the tension that our press conference got just a few days ago. He was, it just really lifted his spirits. He just was explaining that you can't understand how meaningful it is to be sitting in a cell and all of a sudden people who support you flash on the television screen. And so I think that first and foremost, we have lifted the spirits of Emmanuel Littlejohn. I think secondly, we are well on our way to the people of Oklahoma understanding that you can't say you're for an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth when you're talking about someone who has literally not killed anyone, someone who has not taken any eyes and not taken any teeth. This case has the potential, has already done so, but has the potential to continue putting back in the face of those who claim to support the death penalty, because if you take a life, your life deserves to be taken. That sort of mentality is thrown on its head by this case. We know that Emmanuel Littlejohn did not kill anybody, but we also know, even if you just go to the place of, well, what does the state know? The state doesn't know whether or not Emmanuel Littlejohn killed anybody. So this is a situation where we know that there is still tremendous uncertainty whether or not Emmanuel Littlejohn actually killed anybody. Of course, we believe that the evidence clearly shows that Emmanuel wasn't the shooter, but the point is there are far too many questions to proceed to an execution. And Emmanuel and I talked about that today. We talked about just how he feels there's such a race to take his life. He very clearly stated that he feels like if he was white, that this would not be happening in the way that it is. He has said that, he feels like there's tremendous racism in the Attorney General's office and prosecutors' offices and the entire criminal justice system here in Oklahoma. And I think that anybody that has spent time in these states, Oklahoma and a number of other death penalty states, certainly wouldn't quibble with that. But lastly, I think it's important to point out that Emmanuel knows that we are in a difficult spot. He understands that the chances of success in these situations is often quite small. But he also understands that this case, all of it, is part of a much bigger movement towards abolition. And I think that he certainly knows that the harder we fight for Emmanuel Littlejohn, the harder we fight for everyone else that's facing execution. On a very, very basic level, this case can reach conservative people who claim that they believe in an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And if we can reach those folks and get them to start asking questions, then I think we can get a lot of other people to begin asking questions too. Emmanuel Littlejohn is a lovely person. He's a dear friend, and I am so excited, and I know that's going to sound like a weird word, but I'm excited to spend the coming weeks with him preparing for the clemency hearing, but also simply getting to talk and getting to engage, getting to love each other. And, like I've said, I've known Emmanuel for going on 2 years now, and he's a special guy. And I'm thankful that we are launching or in the midst of a special campaign for him. And I have no doubt that we are going to continue. Lastly, truly lastly this time, Emmanuel is well aware of the film. I have played it for him and let him hear it on the phone. And he is so thankful to everybody who donated, who helped put this together. And he just wants everybody to know that he is all about share the film. Just encourage people, watch the film, because the film says it all. This is a simple case in which a man who did not kill anyone is about to be executed. So I'm excited to share the film once more. Allie, I think we're ready to watch those stunning 3 minutes again.
Apologies about all the technical glitches today. Sorry about all the technical difficulties today. Hopefully you guys could hear that. If you were unable to hear it, the video is also available at Death Penalty Action's YouTube page, our Facebook page, our Twitter page, etc. And it seems like everybody's dropped off already. So give us a moment.